you get a chance to make sure I got the clicker working just fine. All right, whenever you're ready.
Today I would like to tell you guys a story about a little boy who was diagnosed with leukemia at the tender age of 7. If any of you have younger siblings, like myself, or even children of your own, you may find a special place in your heart for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. During my weeks of research, I have come to learn the history and the mission of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. First, we will take a look at how the Make-A-Wish Foundation was established, and then we will learn about how they grant their wishes. To begin, let me tell you that story of how the first wish was granted. A little boy from Arizona named Chris was diagnosed with leukemia. At age 7, it appeared as though he would probably die from the life-threatening diagnosis. Even at such a young age, he had wishes about things he wanted to accomplish in his future. His mother wanted his dream of catching bad guys to become a reality. She reached out to a family friend who worked for the Department of Public Safety, or DPS. After the message was relayed up the DPS ladder, they received their answer. Chris's one true wish was to be granted. Chris was given a tour of the DPS facilities, and following the tour, he was given a Smokey Bear hat, as well as his own badge, along with being named Arizona's first and only honorary DPS officer. The day after his experience with the DPS, a couple officers personally delivered Chris's very own official uniform. According to Good News Network, 5 days later, Chris passed away. But holding his new uniform, he had a smile on his face. The story spread about Chris's wish, and policemen and their wives began to talk about creating a wish-granting organization. According to a Fox 10 News article, after returning home from the funeral, one of the wives recalls the exact moment that they decided to make this process possible for children with stories similar to Chris. In the seconds leading up to that moment, this is what she said. So we all reached into our pockets and pulled out $37.76 between us. We pushed it over to Kathy and made her our treasurer, and she said, "Let's start a Wish Foundation." With that, the idea was officially on its way to becoming a nonprofit organization. Since you now know the story that started it all, let's take a look at how wishes are granted today. According to the official Make-A-Wish America website, there's a 4-step process that Make-A-Wish follows to grant wishes. The first step in the process is a referral. Medical personnel, parents, or even children themselves issue a referral to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Any child between the ages of 2.5 to 18 years old at the time of the referral qualifies to be granted a wish, as long as they haven't previously received a wish from any other wish-granting organization. The second step in the process is meeting medical eligibility. A child's medical eligibility is determined with the assistance of the treating physician. In order to be eligible, a child must be diagnosed with a medical condition that is life-threatening. The third step in the process is the wish. Wish teams are sent to meet with the child to learn about and gain insight to the child's one true wish. They make connections with the wish children, keeping in mind that this experience could be positively life-changing. The fourth and final step in the process is creating joy. During this last step, the wish is granted. Wish granters bring the vision that was expressed through the child's creativity to life. You may be wondering how many wishes have been granted so far and how often they are granted to the wish children. According to the Fox 10 News website out of Phoenix, Arizona, on December 17, 2014, it was recognized that the organization had granted over 250,000 wishes since its start in 1980. Make-A-Wish International was then formed in 1993. It helps serve nearly 50 countries on 5 continents through its 38 affiliates, which are marked on the map in dark blue. As for the frequency of wishes, on the official Make-A-Wish Facebook page, it states that every 38 minutes, the organization grants a child's wish. In conclusion, we have looked at the history of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. What began as an effort to help a 7-year-old boy has now become an international nonprofit organization. This story goes to show that even the youngest people have the power to influence a world that they hardly know. Thank you.